Imagine stepping onto a remote island, miles away from civilization, only to find it completely, utterly empty. December 26, 1900. A relief ship arrives at the Flannan Isles lighthouse, off the coast of Scotland. The 3 keepers stationed there, men hardened by years at sea, were supposed to be waiting. But the island was dead silent. When rescuers forced their way inside, what they found defied explanation. The dinner table was set. A chair was flipped over, as if someone had rushed out in a blind panic. The kitchen clock had stopped dead, and on the coat rack, 1 set of oilskins remained, meaning, in the freezing, roaring dark of a winter storm, one of these veteran sailors ran outside without his coat. 3 men, a locked island, and a mystery that has baffled historians for over a century. What actually happened on that rock? To understand the sheer terror of this disappearance, you have to understand the place. Eilean Mòr is a jagged, unforgiving piece of rock jutting out of the Atlantic Ocean. It is a place of absolute isolation. The lighthouse itself was brand new, built just a year prior. It was designed to guide ships through some of the most dangerous waters in the world, and to run it, the Northern Lighthouse Board chose the best of the best. James Ducat, Thomas Marshall, and Donald MacArthur. These weren't amateurs. They knew the rules, they knew the dangers, and they knew that you never, ever leave the lighthouse completely unattended. It was against the law. It was suicide. But the real horror of this story isn't just that they vanished, it's what they left behind in the logbook. On December 12th, Thomas Marshall wrote, "Severe winds the likes of which I have never seen before in 20 years. He then added that James Ducat, a notoriously tough man, was unusually quiet, and Donald MacArthur was crying. Now, pause and think about that. These are seasoned mariners. They lived through ocean tempests for a living. Why would a storm make them cry? But it gets weirder. Nearby ships reported completely clear skies on December 12th. The actual storm didn't hit the area until the 14th. The final entry, on December 15th, reads simply, "Storm ended. Sea calm. God is over all." And after that, total silence. When the relief crew arrived 11 days later, the lamps were cleaned and refilled. The chores were done. The men had simply dissolved into the air. So, what happened? Over the decades, 3 major theories have emerged. Theory number 1 is the official explanation: a freak rogue wave. The island has massive cliffs, and investigators found that a giant swell had struck the western platform, smashing supply boxes and bending iron railings 40 feet above sea level. The theory goes, 2 men were working by the water. A wave threatened to sweep them away, and the 3rd man rushed out without his coat to help, only for all 3 to be dragged into the abyss. But that doesn't explain the logbook, which brings us to theory number 2, cabin fever. Isolation does strange things to the human mind. Did one of the keepers lose his sanity? Did a violent argument break out over a flipped chair, leading to a double murder and a final, guilt-ridden leap into the sea? And then there are the local legends. The Flannan Isles have long been considered haunted. Ghost stories talk of phantom birds and ancient spirits that guard the rock. For decades, locals whispered that the men didn't drown. They were taken by something unholy. We will likely never know the truth. The Atlantic Ocean keeps its secrets well, and the bodies of James, Thomas, and Donald were never found. But I want to know what you think. Was it a tragic accident, a descent into madness, or something else entirely? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you want to dive deeper into history's most unsettling mysteries, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Until next time, stay curious.